Okay, is that part of the learning how to program in Python series. This is going to be number 1. I started with number 3, and I'm just gonna make videos so you can learn sequentially all the skills from basics to more advanced for level 1 to pass level 1. Okay, so let's start with Python program, and this one's going to be about displaying information. Okay, so I'm just going to create a new file. Going to get rid of everything, and this is all about displaying information. Okay, so displaying information. Okay, so displaying information is when we want to run our program, we want to display information. At the moment I've got a comment here, and if I run my code, you'll see that my code does nothing at all. Okay, see, there's nothing there. It's not displaying anything. So if I want to display information to the user, I might want to go like this and go, I want to print something. So let's print out the famous hello world. Hello world. Now I'm printing out a string there. So that there with, if I have, this is called a comment, this little hash, and that means the computer ignores anything that has a hash, is anything after a hash. So if I want to comment, I can put a hash, and I can say, if I put double quotes like this and write something like this, hi there, a single or double quotes around something, that is called a string. So double quotes, this is a string. Okay, this is the string data type. Double quotes, or you can see single quotes. So inside my print statement, I have a single quote around each end. I can't do this. I can't do a double quote around one end and a single quote, starting with a single quote. It's got to be matching. So it's single quotes at the start, and at the end of something, and that means everything in between there, that's a string data type. Okay, so let's look at the different data types. So let's do this. Data types used in Python. Remember, this is about displaying information, so I want to just teach what kind of information, what actually information is. Data types. A string data type is anything with quotes around it. Quotes around it. Remember, and it can be single quotes, or double quotes. Single or double, like that. So that is a string data type, and you can see in action we've got a string. It color codes as green in this editor. So there's another one we could call a numeric one, and that is called integer, or short int. They are numbers like this: 8, -2, -1, 0, anything like that, any number like that that has no decimal point is called an int. So let's display an integer, like let's display maybe a number 30, and you'll see that it is different color code, to a string which has quotes around it. Integer, a number, literally has no quotes around it, so it comes up as black. Okay, let's display a float. A float is a anything with a decimal, so a number with a decimal. So let's go, let's turn this number here, 9, into a float. So it would be 9.0. Another one would be 0.005. That's a floating point. 300.00. That would be a float. Anything with a decimal point is called a floating point number, and so we could just say it's a decimal number as a float. Okay, so that's another data type. So we have string, anything with quotes around it, floats. What about, there's one called Boolean. Boolean. Now, Boolean in Python is anything that is true or anything that is false. So let's display a Boolean value. Okay, so to print off a Boolean value, we would put true, and that would be a Boolean, or we could print off the false version of it. So you can see Booleans are like that. Where's our floating point? Let's print off a float, 13.8. And you can see, yeah. Now, down here in the string, let's print off a string with 13.8 in it. You can see the difference quite clearly between a string with quotes around it and a actual floating point number, which doesn't have quotes around it. So here's how we can print. Okay, cool. So there's our data types and different ways we can print. Now, we can do something like this and make a variable. Well, let's store something like, let's print off something with multiple lines. If I do triple quotes, either single or double, I can print things off in 2 lines. So here I can do something like this. Let's do this. Hello there. And I am just printing multiple lines. Okay, so I can go, and I can print off multiple lines. Alright, see that? Look at that. I can print off not just single lines with single quotes, or let's do a double quote so you can really, let's do this. A lot of printing. This is all about displaying data. So let's go double quotes. Hello world. And you'll see double quotes around things or single quotes around things are the same. They're both strings, okay? But if I do triple quotes, either single or double, I can do multiple lines displaying. So we've got a lot of data types here. Let's display them. Let's run them. So here they are in action. The monitor. Let's just. Yeah, there we go. There's our Boolean. True, false. 13.8. There's my integer. Another string. That's a string. That's a string. And there's my multiple line print. Okay. All right. Now let's check some of these data types, eh? So let's go type and check it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it inside the type, and let's do the same for this type. Go, yep. What is that? And that, and type. Let's do the same thing. It's going to take a little while, this video, unfortunately, but you're going to learn all about how to display data with the print statement. Kind of useful. What else? Type, yep. Type. Just trying to prove the type that they actually are what I said they are. They're all string or float. And here's how you can check. So you can put type around it. And let's go type around that. And finally, let's put type around this. Right around it. Okay, so I've had all the data types, but now we're running it with type instead. And you can see the first one is a bool. Let's have a look at it. Let's line it up. Bool and matching Boolean, yes. Float and matching Boolean, float. Sorry, bool. Float, there's the float. Int, there's the integer. String, there's the string. String again, there's another string. It doesn't matter if there's numbers in it, it's still a string if it's got quotes around it. String again, double quote, string, And last but not least, string. This is a multi-line string. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, hopefully you're learning a lot. Okay, now, how about, I'm going to just get rid of all this, and I'm going to have a value. I'm going to call it prompt. No, we'll call it data. And we're going to go, hello, hi, my name is Dr. Bob. I am a display information. Okay, so I've stored this here string inside a variable, and I'm now going to display that variable. So data. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see if it works. Yep. Hi, my name is Dr. Bob. I'm displaying information. There it is. So this is all about displaying information. Hopefully you're learning. Now what happens, okay, what happens if we do this? What happens if we go print hello, and then we go print, and we go print world. What do you think is going to happen? Let's have a look. So we know this should display hello, but what's this going to do? And what is this going to do? Let's have a look. So displayed it hello, and you notice how it went to a different line. So print, when it's finished printing, it goes to a new line, makes a new line after print. This here prints a new line, and this here prints the next line. So this one here prints a blank line. Interesting, eh? What happens if I do this? \n. What do you think is going to happen? All right, let's have a look. Oh, hello. What did that \n do? It prints a new line. So there's the new line from this thing here, printing a new line. This here is 2 lines down now because this prints a single line. Yeah, okay. What about if I do \t? What does that do? Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay. So that at the end, this is a new line, so it prints a new line. This by itself prints a single line, and this /t tabs in my content. Tabs it in. Very interesting. Okay, so that's cool. Now what happens if I do this? So you've got this new line stuff. You're sort of starting to get it. What happens if I go comma world? What happens if I put a comma in between my print? Let's have a look. So look at this. Hello, what does the comma do? It puts a space in and then it carries on. So the comma creates a space. This here creates a space. Okay. Okay. Now if I go plus instead, plus, look what happens. No space, and it joins the words together. Okay. Can I say hello? Let's put in comma again. Can I go like this, comma 15? Let's have a look what happens. Yep, hello world 15. No problem. Can I go plus? Dun, dun, dun. No, you cannot join an integer to a string data type when you're printing. So I can't do that. Can't do that. but I can do that. And it looks like I can join two strings together with a plus. I can do that. And if I want a space in between, I have to put a space in there. But I can't do this. Can't do that. Okay. But I can still print it out if I put a comma. Let's have a look. Yeah. So hello world. The space there is actually because I put a space there. And the space is because of this. And my number 15 is fine. It's fine. All right, so that's working. Can I do this? Can I do this? Dash, round, dash, dash. Okay. Can I do this? Sure can. Hello world 15. Okay, cool. We're getting there. Okay. Hello. My name is okay. What happens if I do this? Now let's try this method with displaying. Okay, you can do this. You can go dot format and put in a word. Okay, and what is going to happen is that there is going to, this is going to replace that. So let's have a look at it. Hello, my name is Bob and I like coding. Okay. So I try to stretch it out a bit. Okay. Alright, so let's try hello. Hello Bob. I like coding. Try that. Hello Bob. I like coding. Okay. See how that replaces that? What happens if I have 2 in there? Tim. Let's have a look. Hello Bob. I like coding. Yep, still Bob. But this is at 0 position. So how about I go like this? Put a 1 in there and you watch what happens. Hello Tim. I like coding. If I put a 0 in there. Hello Bob. Hello. What about this? Hello Bob and Tim. Can I do this? Hello Tim and Bob. Interesting. Can I go 0, 0? Hello Bob and Bob. Okay, cool, eh? Pretty cool. Now, if we made a variable and we put name 1 equals Bob, and I put name 2 equals Tim, we could use name 1 and we could use name 2. Let's take out the numbers altogether. So we're using Bob is being stored here, Tim is being stored here, so this here is going to be replaced by the first one. This one here is going to be replaced by the second one. So let's check it out. Hello Bob and Tim. So working. We didn't have to put the numbers in, it'll just be the order that they are in the dot format. Now there is another way of doing this. You can do it this way as well. Okay, so no dot format, none of that. Just like this, using the F in front. And you can do this. You can go name, name underscore 1 and name underscore 2. So if we run that, you'll see what I mean. Let's hash that out. So you see. Hello, Bombington. Okay. There we go. How to display information. Okay. How to display information using the dot format and how to use the F method. How to display. Okay. Hopefully this has helped you learn a lot.